Okay, this is a demo of Plus, which is a system tool that you run locally on your laptop or local machine, and you could define all of your systems in environments. So you might have ops, you might have staging, multiple staging or production, and then you have your runbooks, and your runbooks could be things like restart Nginx or list this file or cat this file or restart some service, and they're defined in JSON files in the runbook. So let's take a look. First of all, this is our terminal window. So we have our prompt here. By the way, I always pimp the prompt, which is it's at GitHub C3W dot files. It's a Bash profile prompt for Macs. It has all sorts of goodness in it, as you can see. So we're in the plus directory. This is github.com/c3w/plus. You can see there's a plus symlink there, just for brevity, but you can also call it plus. So, as you can see, we have our environments here and our runbooks. So if we go into environments, you'll see that there's an ops environment. And the naming here is important. The file name is called ops.json, and the first part of the definition is called ops. So those have to match for it to find it. Now this defines an app cluster. So we have our app02 or app01 and app02 with a fake domain for now. This is a dist file, and the AKA name. The interesting thing, the way Plus handles clusters like this, is if you specify just app, then it'll pull out both of them and run the command on both. But if you say app1 or app2, it'll find the specific one. So that's kind of a special case with Plus where this name without any digits is related to this name with digits, and it could have zeros in them or whatever. But the idea is that you could have web, and then you'd have like web 1, web 2, web 3, etc. And you could either run one specifically or run one on the cluster. So that's environments. And so now we have our runbooks. Again, the way these are named, passenger.json is this is actually like the service, and you notice the service is matching here. So you you need that to match up. Now what we have here is we have options to restart or start, and the command here is just a script. It's in our path, passenger restart, and the sudo set to true, so it'll sudo to root. And if you have no password in sudo orders, it'll just do that. If you have a password, then it'll actually like prompt you for the password. And the output is set to email. So your email is defined in the plus rc file, and you could put this in your home directory .plusrc and set your email address. So if you send email like to a change control address or something, it'll send it out. So that's what we have. If you run Plus by itself, it tells you how to run it. You pass it the environment, object, runbook, and function. So here it gives some examples, and we're going to try one now. So we're going to go plus ops app dummy list. Now it used both servers, so we have the both in there because I just said app, and it's going to run ls without a sudo. It asks me to proceed. I'm going to say no. It'll abort, and then we're back to normal. Nothing happened. If I run it again and say yes this time, it's actually going to go through, and we see the failure because that's not a valid domain. But we do have an email with that. So we have our email here, and it first shows you the commands that it's going to run. Then it gives you a little hash, and then it has the standard error and standard output that have been redirected with T inside the Ruby script. So there you have it. It just runs and runs. If we wanted to, we could say app2. It'll just pull out app2, and then we could do something like ops. Let's see. Let's just run ops passenger, or no, sorry, app2 passenger restart. Or let's just do start, and it'll show us. And hang on a second. We got to spell that right. This is a version 1, so it doesn't have a lot of error handling. So that'll be added in the future. And this one is the start. It's just going to sudo start nginx on app02. So you get the idea. Pretty basic. And the idea is you set up all your environments there. You'd have your staging, your production, etc. And then your runbooks, you just go nuts. And I ideally you kind of run this with a team, and maybe this whole project is in your own private GitHub, and so you could share runbooks or AKA recipes or whatever about how to handle stuff. And then yeah, it's just kind of point and click, and hopefully that's a good demo. So take care. Bye.